I think it's fairly common knowledge now that the fashion industry's overproduction wreaks havoc on the environment and the planet, not to mention our personal style and our wallets. And yet it's still so hard to shop less. Why is that? Today I'm gonna walk you through the steps that I take when I'm feeling uninspired and I'm feeling like my closet just isn't serving me, and how it can help us get out of that cycle of constantly shopping for wardrobe satisfaction. Because I know for a fact that closet size has no bearing on how confident and content we are in our personal style. If you're new, and even if you're not, welcome. I hope you're having a great day so far. My name is Alyssa. As I mentioned, I'm a stylist. I specialize in helping people understand the basics of fashion, things like proportion, texture, color play, so that instead of seeing shopping as a solution to wardrobe boredom, we start seeing creativity as a solution. I'm going to take one look, use it as inspiration to build a look using what I already have, instead of envy to just shop more. If you open up your closet and you just don't even know where to start when it comes to building an outfit, the easiest jumping off point is to take an outfit that made you want to shop and translate it to your own style. That might be easier said than done, so here's how we're gonna do it. The first thing we're gonna do is take an overall vibe check of that look. What is the energy that that look is giving that I like? Oftentimes, marketing or influencers, they're selling us the emotion and the feeling behind that product. So let's take this look from Abby Marvel as an example. I love the elegance, the sophistication, the simplicity, and I really like how it feels feminine. So now that we've done this vibe check, I'm going to gravitate towards clothes in my closet that give me that sense of elegance. I mean, I can find that in my closet. I'm definitely not as like chill as this. Like I don't have any chill. So that's gonna come through in my clothes whether I like it or not. We've done step one, which is finding a look that made us want to shop. Step two was doing a vibe check. Step three is the shape. And this is where I look at two things, silhouette and proportion. I would say this is a very clean and minimal silhouette. There aren't any ruffles. There isn't even any contrast in silhouette. It's fitted on top and on the bottom. And that's why I don't like to give these general rules like, oh, if you're wearing something fitted on the top, then you can't wear it on the bottom. Because like, look at this. I think she looks great. The next part of shape that I'm interested in is the proportion. This is the difference between volume and fit, and vertical and horizontal lines. I go into these concepts a lot more in my course. I will leave that in the description box below. And if you're not a course person and you prefer live visual examples on different bodies and different styles, that's why I also offer these live workshops where we do this exact process, but with two different people. So you can ask questions about why we're choosing different pieces. I will leave a link for our next workshop in the description box below for you as well. Anyway, back to this. If we're looking at volume versus fit, it's a very homogeneous look that way. However, when we're looking at the vertical and horizontal lines, we're seeing a high waist and a longer hemline. Now, step four. This is where I look at all of the other styling tweaks. I'm looking at how color is being used, how texture is being used, and if there are any little tweaks that she's done with her look, like for example, where the buttons are done up, the fact that she's got that knit tucked completely into her skirt. And this is what gives it that very ladylike and sophisticated vibe. These seem so obvious and so tiny, and yet here's where the look becomes so personal. I love how she's created this beautiful through line with cream. I also like that it's a high contrast, and otherwise she's kept her accessories really minimal. There's a little bit of texture play also with the basket bag. So we've completely broken down this look into its most basic elements. I didn't really remark that she's wearing a midi length polka dot skirt or a cute knit, which makes it so much easier to take what I like from this look and actually find it in my closet. What appeals to me the most out of this look and out of all of that assessment that we did was the proportions. I love a high waist and a long hem, or like that long bottom half. We could do two things here. Oh my God, you know what I'm gonna do? These navy shorts, and I'm gonna style them under this dress. I know that is absolutely going rogue from our look, but that's also the whole point. I would have never tried these things together without doing this whole exercise. The purpose isn't to recreate it. It's literally to get your creative brain going and coming up with something new. This might be a total disaster. I don't know, wait and see. I also want to try something else. This sweater over this dress. I might use a belt to make it a little bit more cropped. It's probably gonna come off like super preppy because of the collar. It'll get that contrast that I like. I think it still feels elegant. So let's put these together and see what happens. Well, this worked out better than expected. I like this. Does it look like our inspiration? No, not at all. This feels a little bit more playful, if we want to call it that, which I'm not mad about. I love showing a little bit of leg, so this is good. My bag. I do really like that kind of ladylike sense. Handle off. I've also kept my accessories minimal, and to me this makes sense. This is already a pretty dramatic look. Okay, here is the second iteration of this look. Again, not mad about it. I'm using these cute little slingbacks. What I've done with the sweater is I've secured it with a belt. I like to choose a belt that has more holes than the average, or even better, bonus points if your belt has holes all the way up and down. I actually designed this belt with a fantastic Canadian company called Brave Leather. All of their belts are made in Toronto. We designed this belt with 7 holes instead of 5 because it means you can easily wear it at a high waistline, but also down low at your hips. So it creates a much more versatile belt, and you get to do little styling tricks like this. Take the belt, put it around your waist, and then I slowly lift the sweater until the sweater is kind of just covered by the belt, and you can blouse the sweater over, kind of leave the sweater almost looking untucked at the back a little. It's definitely not as high a waist as in our inspiration, but this still works. This I could see myself wearing to like some sort of family event or function. If you wanted an even more polished look, you could take this fold of the sweater and just tuck it lightly in. And just tuck in the top. Now I feel like I could wear this to the office. I feel like Kate Middleton. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know which of those two looks you preferred. I really, really hope that you liked today's video. And if you learned something new, give it a thumbs up. Or if you just liked it, also give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so, so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, week, night, wherever you're at. And I will be back with another slow fashion video. Ciao.